Stream will be live in about a half hour, guys. We're almost ready.
In
What is going on, THL? Now
Yo!
So,
we're live.
Yeah,
we're good.
Used to the software.
Hey, we started this one out great. We're running with it. Let's go.
Get fucked up a little bit.
I was hinting at it all week. Everybody knew.
So here we are, the Payday Podcast with Tommy and Eddie.
Hey, that's me.
And this is the podcast in which we hang out and we talk, and that's really it. We smoke hookah and we talk, and we just bullshit with each other, and it should be fun. We have topics. So we have some topics. So today, anyone who watched the last stream, things got a little out of hand. We got a little overzealous. We wanted to do all the fancy Frank stuff. We wanted to do all the fancy Matt Desmond stuff, and we're just not set up for it. Not set up for it.
No, absolutely not. Unfortunately, I wasn't as
hanger that I converted.
Absolutely, no facts. I live in the mountains. Like, if you looked out of this window, just behind me is mountains. So you know how I'm living.
Now they do. What are you smoking, Edward?
I'm smoking tonight. It's not horchata for like the 60th time in a row. I'm actually smoking indigo flower.
I just ordered some indigo flower.
Hell yeah.
I finally used that gift card I have from Hookah John that I got around Christmas time.
Hell yeah.
I got some Tangiers coming. I got that cashmere peach, so I can do my seasoning of my unglazed stone bowl. I'm going to be doing a video for you guys on how to do that. At least how I do it. I could be wrong. I might be doing it all wrong. You guys can tell me. But I got that coming, and I got some ugly orange peach, some ugly grapefruit mint. Pretty good.
Jeez, dude.
Right.
See, like, what did we just order? We ordered again. We needed coals, so we just got a whole nother set. And we picked up some lemon lime from Tangiers, some kiwi from Tangiers, and we also got one more. What was it? Oh, I think it was the what is it? How do you pronounce it? Apentula pear.
Okay,
yeah.
Just say pear.
So I'm excited.
Yeah. Have you had the kiwi before?
Yeah, the kiwi's good.
Yeah,
kiwi's
really good. I've had it a few times. I remember there was a time when everyone was smoking it and talking about it, and it's one of those flavors you don't really see posted a lot. I'm smoking some blue gumball right now.
Oof.
2.0.
That's a good one. See, I feel like I came into hookah at a really good time. So I've been smoking for a few years now, but like I just came at a time where everything's kind of just going really good for some people with flavors. I guess, I don't know, maybe these flavors are old too. I don't know enough. But the shit that's out right now by Tangiers is by far my favorite in the game.
Yeah, I like Tangiers. I mean, I mostly smoke Tangiers. I mostly like dark leaf in general. But and I know before anyone says it, it's not technically dark leaf.
What?
Tangiers actually uses a blonde tobacco, and certain dickheads on the internet will point that out if you call it a dark leaf. It used to happen a lot more. Like when
really?
It first started and people started calling Tangiers a dark leaf, there would be a lot of calling out about that. Like, you're wrong. And you don't see it anymore because it's black. I mean, it looks black. It's
right.
You know, it's buzzy. Like, you call it a dark, but it's technically not a dark.
That's crazy. Interesting. I didn't know that.
I don't really know enough about it. I probably shouldn't have brought it up because I'm just going to sound like an idiot. Because to me, if it's black, I call it a dark leaf. Like, it does not look like a blonde, so I'm going to call it a dark leaf. But, yeah, people will correct you if given the opportunity.
That's what I've been calling it.
Yeah, I'm going to continue to.
Yeah, that's what it is. I mean, it fucks people up more than what the hell they get at the lounges, so what do they know, I guess?
Yeah, yep. Yeah, after smoking all the bobo that I've been smoking, there's like no such thing as buzz anymore from any other.
You ruined it. You ruined it.
I finished the bobo backer cherry at Frank's house.
Oof.
So now the only cherry I have left is his unwashed. So I'm smoking that a little bit too. I'm trying to save it, but it's strong. It's also strong.
That sounds terrible, dude. Like that sounds terrifying. I shouldn't say terrible because I don't want people to get the wrong idea, but god damn,
it's not for everyone, and that's
absolutely
what I've kind of said from the beginning. Let's see, anything. Matt Desmond said he's not fancy. We're fancy. Look at the stream, Matt. This is it. This is all the effects we're getting today.
Bare
we're
bones.
lucky that you can hear us and that we move on camera.
Absolutely.
But we do have the Matt Desmond clipboard, right? Eddie has something planned out, what to say, what to talk about, when to say it. So far, we're 10 minutes in. We haven't said any of the stuff we planned.
No, we just doing some filler, doing a little dance back and forth.
What do we got today? We got a couple things to give away, right?
We do, man. I'm super excited, man.
Okay. What are we giving away today, Edward?
So, keep this shit. This is from my my good friend, my roommate, Adam Whitrout from W Art on Facebook. And we're giving away a couple of prints. This is his newest one.
Okay.
I'm not sure how well you can see it, but
it looks good. It looks good. So that's cool. I've seen that on his page before. It's the moon guy popping the Earth.
Exactly. Yes. And you have
that's a big print too. I didn't realize they were that big.
Yeah, man. They're definitely fairly large. You know, so they're good for hanging up. I mean, we have art all over our house, so only natural that we got some stuff for everybody else to hang up too. As a giveaway.
We got that one. We got another one too, right?
And then we got this guy here. Same artist. My boy Adam.
It's real cool. It's awesome. And the other thing we're going to be giving away is the new THL streetwear, which is also brought to you by Adam. He did a drawing of this like creepy looking dude smoking hookah. All weird and abstract looking.
Right.
I liked it a lot, so I bought it. And then I've had this image just sitting, and you reminded me of it the other day. And I was like, oh yeah, I do. I own that image. So we got a t-shirt. We have long sleeve tees in a few colors. We also have V-neck tees in gray, and we got stickers for $3. So even if you just want a sticker, get a sticker and stick it on something. But today we're going to be giving away a long sleeve tee.
Hell yeah, that's super dope. And that I neglected to buy one yet again. I got sidetracked when the pre-show was going, but I definitely got to get one of those. Those are dope. Oh my god.
Yeah, they turned out really good. So it's one of the few things. I think it's the only thing that isn't going to charity because I paid for the image and then I had to pay someone else to take the background out of it. So I haven't priced as low as possible. I think that we make a profit of around 75 cents per purchase. But if we sell a whole bunch of them, maybe I'll make my $50 back. So Eddie.
Sorry about that. I was doing clothes. I didn't think it would take so long. I'm so sorry.
I love how Eddie's going.
I took a nap. I'm back. We're good.
Feeling better.
Absolutely.
What do you think? You want to do one of our topics, and then we'll get into giving something away?
Absolutely, man. Do you have a preference of what you would like to speak about today?
Dog, this is how this works. I'm running.
Listen, man.
Running fine. Let's go.
All right. Fuck it up. We'll talk about. We'll go in pretty easy. We'll do. We'll do the 21 Savage. We'll talk about my guy 21 Savage, who has recently been discovered as an actual UK-born citizen, who was living in America with an expired visa. I mean, that's just pretty crazy to find out that someone like 21 Savage, who you would expect to have just been from America, from Atlanta, from where he's from, just by the way that he talks and the way that he handles himself.
He's like a secret agent.
Exactly. Yeah. So, but they ended up hemming him up. They arrested him on, what was it, Super Bowl Sunday, which was February 3rd. And he was arrested. They had him detained. I think they had him on like 23-hour lockdown or something like that.
Nuts.
Yeah, that's insane. Like, just imagine that, just being a normal person, especially someone who's rich who can basically do whatever they want, to being confined to a room for 23 hours.
Yeah, and he had, because he had like a pending visa or whatever, right? Like,
yeah. So
the story. Let's tell the whole story, and then we can bullshit about it.
Yeah, for sure. So basically what had happened is in 2017, he had put in some kind of application for a visa. And what had happened is the state or whatever, the federal government just never got back to him. And so it was pending in the system. Well, in that time, there was nothing that he could do, which leading up to his arrest, just put him in a situation where he was helpless. He could do nothing. So
is their stance that he should have just left then? Like, I don't even understand it. Like, that's the thing. Like, because I thought that was okay.
Right. And I mean, why would you expect the kid to understand something like that all the way from back in the day? You know, I mean, you could say it's on the parents and all that, and sure, but
he was 12 or 13, right, when this shit expired?
Exactly. Yeah, he was super young.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's crazy to me to think that something like that can, first of all, go so long with being unnoticed.
Yeah.
But then be handled in such a terrible fashion.
Well, he kind of gave them a reason to notice, right?
I mean, yeah, he did. I guess he had gone on to Jimmy Kimmel, I think it was, and he had basically switched some lyrics in his song a lot to have, I guess, basically attacking ICE and how they separate the children from the border, or from the parents at the borders, stuff like that. And so,
okay, bet.
Yeah, exactly. They just checked him on it. They were like, "Yo, okay, let's see what you got." Yeah, exactly. They were just seeing what they could find him on, and they just happened to find out that, oh shit, he happens to be a foreign citizen.
And what's crazy about it is he's one of the biggest rappers right now, and
yeah,
rappers suck.
Yeah, most UK rappers do suck. Absolutely, I can agree with you on that.
So he's out on bond now, right?
Yeah, so I think they released him on $300,000 bond, I want to say.
Wow.
You can fact check me on that, but what's it called? Yeah, no, $300,000 bond. He's out, so he's able to be with his family or make music or do whatever he normally would be doing, with some restrictions, obviously. But
trial's still pending. It's not like they
exactly. Right, so he still has to go through the trials and the court system. It's going to probably cost a shit ton of money, I can assume. But it's just crazy. It's crazy that shit like this is happening to people. Well, and it's crazy.
He has kids that are natural citizens.
Exactly, yeah. Like, how can you do that to somebody? How can you do that to a family?
It's wild. I mean, if he did get deported, it isn't like he'd have to be separated from them, like everyone.
Right.
But like, it's definitely a weird situation, and you know he's been paying taxes on his money.
Oh yes, had to have been.
Yeah. And that's I'm curious about, because I haven't read a lot about it. Like, I'm aware of what's going on just from seeing posts on Facebook.
Right.
I haven't really gone into detail on it too much, and I'm not sure if you know this, but if he does end up getting just deported, can they seize his money? I wonder that. If it's it's going to cost a whole bunch of money to have lawyers and all that kind of shit. But when it's all found, can they be like, oh, and by the way, your American bank accounts, those are fucking ours now?
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. I didn't think about that.
Straight to the wall fund.
Damn. Shit.
I know. I don't know. It's weird. It's one of those things. There's so many people that are here illegally, and there's so many people that are here on expired visas. Care of, because if you're not breaking laws and stuff, they're not really going to notice you too much unless you're giving them a reason and you're high level. And it's he's not really a high level alien. It's not, you know what I mean? There's no threat. I mean, the guy basically is American. He's lived here forever.
Right, and he's never had any felonies. I guess they had said that he. Well, they had said that he had gotten caught one time with a gram of weed or something.
Oh my!
And right, exactly. But that ended up being expunged from the books. So it wasn't even a thing. But the fucking ICE agents ended up bringing that shit up, though. They were like, oh, this is why we looked into him, da 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 da. And then shortly after that, I guess they had also said that he was like, it was before it was known by everybody. They had said that they called him out and basically said that he is not who he pretends he is.
He's not what?
He is not who he pretends he is.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like, I almost, you almost have to wonder if they thought that, like, the American people were going to be like, wait a minute, he's from the UK? Fuck him, throw him in the
right.
Like, what did they think was going to happen? Because, like, yeah, like, he's not who he pretends to be, and he's just like, I'm still just a rapper.
Yeah, exactly.
Where I'm from.
Yeah, no, it's crazy though. I can't believe that shit happens. It's crazy, the whole story though. He ended up getting released on bond, and the lawyer who defended him or helped him get released, I guess, was the actual lawyer for Jay-Z, who was actually working on some pretty high level cases elsewhere at the moment too. But Jay-Z basically paid to have this lawyer come in, get him out, get everything taken care of.
Jay-Z is on my list of people I would love to chill with.
It's out. I would like to, but I couldn't. If I was given the opportunity, I'd be like, nah, fuck that. Really? I can't. Like if it was just to chill, if it was like on some shit like, yo, dude, I want to sign. I'd be like, all right, cool, let's talk. But man, if that's crazy.
Jay-Z's VIP room for some reason, you wouldn't go out.
I pissed my pants.
Really?
Yeah.
my neighbor at my parents' house met him.
Really?
In like a really weird way. Yeah, it's actually a pretty funny story. He was a roofer in the union, and he got called out to the 40-40 Club in AC. Back when the 40-40 Club, there was one in AC. And,
okay.
He went out, there was like a leak or whatever, and he was like higher up in the union, but because it was the 40-40 and it's late at night or whatever, they sent him out, and he took care of it with one of his guys. And then he goes into the room, and he's this like big, scary looking, bearded, tattooed guy. But he's not Jay-Z's demographic.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he goes into the only room with lights on in the club because he needed his parking validated. So he goes in, and there's a black guy in a suit, and then there's another black guy in like street clothes. And he says to the guy in the suit, who he thinks is the manager of the club, which ends up being Jay-Z.
Oh shit!
He has his little ticket, and he's like, "Hey, I need you to sign this, and do you validate? Like, where do I get this validated?" The bodyguard goes, "Do you know who this is? Do you know who you're talking to?" And he's like, "No." And he says, "This is Jay-Z." And he goes, "That's great. I'm KM. Who's gonna validate my parking?"
That's an absolute New York story.
And Jay-Z goes, "It's not over." And Jay-Z goes, "Wait a minute." He says, "You really don't know who I am. Like, you don't know who Jay-Z is." And he says, "No." And the bouncer goes, "What about Beyonce? Do you know Beyonce?" And my neighbor goes, "Oh yeah, my daughter listens to her. To the left, to the left." And Jay-Z looks at the bouncer and goes, "Ain't that about a bitch? Sign his fucking ticket."
Oh shit, that's wild as hell.
Yeah, he went, and I seen him the next day, and he was like, "Hey, do you know the rapper Jay-Z?" I'm like, "Yeah." "Do I know the rapper Jay-Z?" "Yeah, I know the rapper Jay-Z. I talked to him yesterday." Like, what? Yeah, his bodyguard validated my parking. Oh.
Hell yeah, that's fucking dope. Holy shit, that's wild. That's the dopest story I've ever heard. How the fuck do you not know who the hell Jay-Z is?
Well, like I said, definitely not his demographic.
Yeah, I guess.
One of those guys, like, I can't understand what he's saying.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, no, this whole situation pretty wild with 21 Savage. The memes though that came out of it were pretty interesting.
Yeah, and the memes and especially with the stuff going on with the memes that are like Tekashi being like, "Yo, I'm never gonna snitch," and then being like, "Doesn't he look fucking British?"
Yeah, right. Or have you seen? There's a new one about the Tekashi. Have you heard of YNM Melly? I think his name is. Yeah. So he got hemmed up, accused of murdering his two homeboys, and so that became a meme. It was like, okay, I gave you 21 Savage, and then they're like, no, that's not enough. They're like, yo, have you ever heard of this guy? And he's like, oh shit. Now he's fucking in jail. It's over. He's doing it all. He's doing the dirty work.
And meanwhile, Tekashi's in jail, and he's got like sex videos coming out or some shit.
What?
He did like a commercial for a sex store, like before he went away.
What?
Did you hear about this?
Nah.
If I knew how, but
I want to look it up, but goddamn.
He did some commercial for like a sex store, like in New York. That was like about like it was partly selling the sex store, and then like a sex toy store, and then
right
like anti-violence against women.
Okay.
It's a real interesting commercial.
That sounds pretty weird.
With like his multicolored hair and his stupid fucking teeth and all. And he's like, at one point, he's rubbing his hands. Like this is the only image that I really remember for it. He's looking all weird, rubbing his hands. And he's like, you know, when I was younger, I used to do things the wrong way. I'm like, you're in prison.
You used to.
It still goes wrong for you, buddy.
Oh shit, man! That dude's life is fucked up. That's crazy. How could you be doing some dumb shit like that when you're making money?
Like, and that's the thing. Like, I mean, everyone talked like he didn't have any real street cred and all that kind of stuff, and then this happens. It's like, oh, maybe he did. He's just like multicolored hair.
I don't even think it's that. I think it's more so the fact that he was around people that were doing shit. He might have been telling them to do it, but that's like just because he had the loot. It was all because he had the clout. They were like, all right, cool, we'll do what he says because that's only going to make us look doper.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like he probably didn't even shoot a shot. I feel like he just got hemmed up because he was like funding it.
When some robbery went down, when somebody
right.
And there's like video of him getting out and letting his boys out the car and then him waiting in the backseat.
Shit, I don't even know if I've seen that, but I believe it.
Hella gangster, like obviously.
He's just like, all right, I'll wait. Let me know when you guys come back.
But that's like when Bobby Shmurda went away. They played his music videos in court.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like his music was like really how he was living, and like they had transcripts of some of his songs where he's talking about bodies that people caught and people, and it's like this rap name is actually this guy and he's in jail for life, and this rap name is actually this guy and he's in jail for life, and he's saying in this song that they killed people for him, and then they showed like the Shmoney song, the Shmoney dance song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they played some of that video, and it's like this is like. He didn't have permits for this stuff. This is how he lived. Like this is really what he was doing. Like they were
right. That's fucking wild. But why would like it's so crazy you would self snitch like that.
That's what I mean. And like to a degree, like not that they were justified, but like you could kind of make the same point for 21 Savage. It's like not for nothing. Like if you're saying these people are evil and you want to point that out. And point out that ICE is all fucked up, and you're here, like, semi-illegally, and you're aware of that? How fucking dumb are you?
Right. Yeah, and I mean, I don't know, maybe he thought that he was, because it was pending, it was okay, he would have been fine, but I don't know.
He underestimated how fucking evil and vindictive these people are, but, like,
right.
That was the point of what he was saying. Like, ICE is fucked up, they're separating kids from their family, it's a fucking nightmare out here, these guys are corrupt.
Well, but maybe.
Well, yeah.
Well, but maybe it's in the end it becomes this thing that people run with, and it becomes this like, okay, this is 21 Savage. This is how he's saying it wasn't there. These are not a million, but thousands of people are still stuck at the borders living like this every day.
It's crazy.
Like we got to figure out something to get these people out of the same situation that he was in.
It's wild. I mean, our whole immigration policy, like, it needs to be easier to get here legally.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not an expert. Like, we're going to talk about this stuff. I'm not pretending to be political experts or anything. It's, you know, we're two dudes that are just bullshitting guys. So before you start politifacting us, we're probably wrong on most of what we say. Don't base any of your beliefs off of us. But that talk shit. And I mean, you know, it's really hard and expensive to come here legally. Like, it's not the way that my great-grandparents got here. It's not how it works anymore.
Right.
And, like, there should be screening. There should be a way to do it legally. There should be a way for us to keep, you know, unwanted people out. Like, that's why you have borders. Like, absolutely.
Right.
But it's, you know, our legal immigration process is almost impossible for the majority of poor people that are going to be trying to come.
Yeah. And that's all it is they don't want to see that money go away, even though, like, they only see it as, okay, if we can stop these people, then they'll have to pay. But they're just going to find different ways to do it every time.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of it is really just trying to keep extra poor people out.
Yeah, and that could be.
That's fucked up. I mean, that's not what America was really, like, was founded on. I mean, that's not
right.
But I think that has a lot to do with it, because, like, if you're a doctor, if you're a surgeon in fucking Europe, it's easy for you. If you're a fucking field worker in Mexico, it's almost impossible. Like, you got to.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's weird. Yeah. It's strange that I don't want to say the world necessarily, because I'm not sure about other border policies, but America is just so strange on the fact that we just are so against. I feel like it's not against illegals. I feel like it's more so against Mexicans, and that's just being Latino and me seeing where I'm from and how people are treated and things that are said to them.
Well, and that's the thing, and, like, even a lot of the rhetoric that gets said, like, by politicians that are, you know, for the stronger borders, you know, I feel like a lot of the wrong points get made.
Right. And
it's like it's not that all these people, you know, got to be rapists and all these people got to be drug dealers and killers, but, like, yeah, those people are coming over illegally too, and that's what we need to stop. But
right.
To me, the solution to that, you know, is it stronger borders? Absolutely. Like, we need stronger borders. I'm fine with that, but there has to be a way for these people to come in, like.
Right.
Like, legally. Like, yo, I want to immigrate to America.
Right.
It costs thousands and thousands of dollars.
Mm. Yeah. I mean, most of the time it's people, well, I shouldn't say most of the time, I don't know the details, but from what I know and the people that I know that are illegal and operate just as normal citizens here.
Yeah.
There's not. Their parents came because they came from a terrible part of Mexico, and they wanted something better, and they knew that it was out here in the United States. It just happened to end up here. But I mean, those people shouldn't have to fight tooth and nail to just live.
Nah, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. the whole process is kind of a wreck, but
yeah.
So
yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
We're here.
Yeah, we're living. We're just chilling, smoking hookah, bro. We're just talking out our asses about things that we have no control over, really.
Yeah, some shit that we absolutely no control over. Not really.
Some funny, unfunny stuff that also happened recently. Only funny because of the memes. That's the only reason why it's funny.
Yeah, and if you have them ready, this is like,
yeah,
making sure we can still run a fucking show here.
But the whole Gucci debacle, the whole problem with, or them not seeing the problem with blackface.
I don't understand how that got through.
That one is crazy. So basically, for anybody who doesn't know in the chat or who's watching, Gucci did this little turtleneck type balaclava, I think it's called.
Yeah.
And so they had it where it went over the face, but it was real big, red lips. And immediately, and the shirt was black, like
only
black.
Black. It isn't like they had one that looked more like blackface and one that looked less like blackface. It's a turtleneck that you can pull up into a face mask, and it's got these big, giant red cartoon lips and like a little slit for you to talk through.
Right, it was ridiculous.
It was. I mean, that's what it looked like. It looked like old minstrel shows. Like it looked really like it looked way worse than other people have gotten in trouble for blackface in the recent past.
Right, absolutely.
Coloring their face, like they had the cartoon lips and shit. It's so bad.
Yeah, and so it got through. It made it to ads and whatnot. I don't think it was ever sold in stores, but it made it to ads, and it was just this huge, big problem. And they didn't see anything with it at first, I guess, and then they pulled it shortly after the backlash on Twitter, and then that was it. I guess a gentleman by the name of Dapper Dan. You said you don't know who that is, really?
No, I don't.
I guess they're making a biopic of him. I saw that today. But he's just a huge fashion icon from Harlem, I guess. So he ended up reaching out to the CEO at Gucci, or the head, I should say. I don't know who's the CEO, but the head of Gucci, and they basically flew out. It happened today. They flew out to Harlem to have a meeting with Dapper Dan and a couple of other notable fashion icons around the world. And so they came, they had a talk, they, I guess, hashed out whatever the problem was. They said that they would be making a statement soon, Gucci would be. But it just blows my mind how that can think it's going to go through. Someone made that.
I know, and like I said, like especially for the times, because like there's people getting in trouble for Halloween costumes and shit.
Exactly.
Like, was so over the top. Like it's so over the top. Anyone who's watching, like, pull up another tab and Google that image, because it's
ridiculous
that no one saw that and was like, oh wait, maybe this isn't a great plan.
Right.
Like what the fuck.
Yeah. No. So that was pretty fucking ridiculous, I gotta say.
I'm one of those people that always like says that people are too sensitive nowadays. Me personally, and I don't know, we haven't talked about this. Maybe you disagree with me, which is cool, but like I mean, there's issues with, you know, kids who want to be for Halloween, like want to be a black character, like if they wanted to be like from Black Panther, that aren't blacking their face, but it's like still like an issue because that was supposed to be a black person. Like,
yeah,
that kind of shit is ridiculous.
That's strange. That's super strange.
Like
it's
kids. It's Halloween. Like it's not in a hateful.
Well, it's not. Yeah, it's not malice. There's no malice intent there.
So sensitive about stuff. And then, but like that is going on where you know everyone's that sensitive, and then Gucci's just like, oh really? Hold my fucking beer.
Exactly. I think that was one of the things I had seen on Twitter today as I was scrolling through. It's insane. I don't get it. But some people just want the money. I guess they want it more so. But one of the funnier things to happen, or I guess, funny to some people, I think cool. It's kind of like the Nike thing for me. Like I think it's like, okay, like you burned your shit, but what did you get out of it?
Yeah.
But rapper 50 Cent, I guess, burned his whole entire Gucci collection that he has, which is already money that he spent. So it's not really like he's doing any damage to Gucci other than him being a figure who's burning their product.
I mean, for him, it kind of is because he's bringing awareness to the situation.
Sure, exactly.
It always confuses me when the Kaepernick like commercial first came out and people were lighting their shoes on fire.
Right.
It's like what, are you gonna never wear shoes? Like I mean, you don't want to buy any more Nikes. Like fine, dude, like rock New Balance like your dad, but like. Why are you burning stuff? And like even like with sports teams, like a player that you love leaves, it's like I'm gonna burn his jersey.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
He already got paid for that jersey. Like you're not hurting anybody's feelings.
Well, and then down the line, you're gonna buy another one.
Yeah.
You're just greasing the pockets. You're just following in the will. For most people, though, like I said, or like you said, even better. 50 Cent is somebody with a platform, so
yeah,
thousands of people are seeing that.
Yeah. I mean, he might make people that like him doing that might make people realize what's going on and stop buying Gucci.
Right.
But like, you know, if me and you go and rip up our Gucci belts over it, I mean, I wasn't.
It means nothing
anyway. You know.
Yeah, man. That leather wasn't even that good anyway. I ain't worried about it.
I don't have a Gucci belt. I've never had a Gucci anything.
Hey man, that's fine. But on the same vein of the NFL and Kaepernick, yeah. There was a store.
Look at us.
I don't remember.
Segueing fucking seamlessly. I mean, I ruined it by saying that, but man,
absolutely.
Let's end the show.
Absolutely, we'll give shit away next week. No, the store, this is a sports store. They decided that they were going to stop shelving anything with Nike branding because of the whole Kaepernick situation. And so I believe, what was it? The store had to shut down. The store is ordered to close down because they decided that they didn't want to have any Nike merchandise on the walls.
They were ordered to close down, or they had to close down?
Let's see. Hold on. I got to get some more information.
I thought that it was after they sold all their Nike stock, no one wanted to buy enough shit.
No, I don't think it's a big store. It was a small store, right? Yeah. I should know this like the back of my hand. All right, let me read the article so we're all in it together. A Colorado sporting goods store will shut down after 20 plus years of business, all because the proprietor wanted to make a political statement. Primetime Sports owner Stephen Martin is expected to close his shop sometime in March, about 6 months after he decided to stop selling Nike products in light of the branding's polarizing campaign starring Colin Kaepernick. He said Martin now says his decision to boycott Nike has severely hurt his business as the brand makes all NFL jerseys. So
yeah, so there's no shit for him to sell. I'm not gonna sell Nike. You're not gonna sell Nike.
Yeah, that was a terrible decision.
So you're gonna sell to the kids on SC bikes.
Yeah, man. It's a shame. It's a shame that people got to ruin their livelihoods over.
I mean, to me, honestly, with that, it is a polarizing issue, and they absolutely took a stance, which is Nike's choice. And if you choose not to buy Nike over it, that's your prerogative too.
Right.
But it seems silly. I mean, I really like money.
Yeah, exactly. As a business owner, I could never imagine, unless something is morally against what I'm doing, everything.
I mean, he just really hates it when people kneel.
And that's it. That's it. That's the crazy thing, man. But some people love it, some people hate it. I don't care either way. I think you can kneel or you can stand. I think that the people who are kneeling for different reasons than what other people are understanding it for. Yeah. And maybe they'll come around and they'll understand it, but
yeah, I mean, I it's one of those things for me. Like, I honestly kind of feel both ways on it, because if it's part of what you're supposed to do for your job, like if it is, which at points it was, like during that season, like I didn't like the NFL telling them that they couldn't kneel. Like, I had a problem with that. Like, I felt like they should be able to do whatever they want to do. That being said, once it comes down, whether it's from the owner of your team or if it's from the NFL, like at that point, like you're wrong. Like, you know what I mean? Like, these guys all have other ways that they could talk to people. Like, I mean, not for nothing, Kaepernick had how many followers on Instagram? Like, he could have gone live on Instagram and talked about it and gotten just as, got his message out there. Would he have gotten as much attention? No.
Exactly. And that he was willing to take it that far. And I think that's a message that even a lot of kids now growing up need to understand, is that we need to be able to speak out about shit, and maybe not do it in ways that people will give you backlash in tremendous fashion where you won't be able to find a job ever again. But definitely do something to raise awareness and have a conversation with all these people. Work with Nike, make commercials, do all that shit. But I can't imagine ever losing business over something that was a personal feeling.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you there. It's wild to me. The whole situation, it would just, and like,
well, it's crazy that we have to have this conversation even.
Yeah, I mean, like, if the NFL was so worried about it, they could have just stopped airing the anthems.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, like the same argument, like, oh, they're there to play football. All right, then let's just watch them play football. Like, then fine. That's what we're paying them to do. That's what we're gonna broadcast.
Exactly.
And I understand both sides of it, because, like, I mean, I'm friends with a lot of people that are military, and they're ex-military and stuff, and like a lot of them just felt like it was so disrespectful, regardless of the reason and the message. There's like a lot of people overseas, like, our troops, that all they get to watch is the NFL. It's like a big deal to them that they get the time to go watch the TV for a couple hours to watch a game, and they feel like they're being shit on. So, like, I get that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I understand both sides. Like, people who are mad about it have a right to be, just as much as he has a right to express himself however he wants. It's kind of where I'm at.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, everybody gets to have their opinion. I would never tell somebody that they can't feel some type of way, but I just think it's so crazy that you're so willing.
Yeah.
That it's just the money. The money ain't even where it's at. It's just the whole principle.
Yeah. Sure. You wanna get some shit away?
Sure, man. I'm with the shits.
All right.
Let's. I don't know, man. How do we want to do?
I don't know. You want to do the Prince first? We'll do the Moon Man.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the first one I pulled out.
All right, so right now I'm looking at the chat, and first person to say me gets it. Go. We don't have too many viewers right now. We got like 9 people watching.
Nine people. Let's get it. Come on. I know y'all want this. Look at this bad boy.
So,
hey,
me was Justin Young.
Facts.
Justin Young, PMA.
Absolutely. Get at me on Facebook.
Absolutely.
If you don't know me, my name is Eddie Trujillo on Facebook. You can find me there. If you're not in the Hook Lounge, I don't know what the hell you're doing. Get in there. You can find me there.
I can't imagine that we have any viewers that are not members of the lounge right now, but
absolutely.
If you're out in YouTube land watching this later, and you're still watching for some reason, by all means, check out the Hook Lounge.
Facts.
That's our group.
Yes, sir.
Justin won. What's up, Robert? Robert said Tommy. Hi, Robert. All right, so the next one is, what's this guy called? Is slime?
Yes, this is the slime.
Next is the slime. It's a little bit hard to see because it's a big image, but it's super, super dope. And how do you want to give it away? You want to have people write numbers down, or we just want to give it to somebody random? Let's see who's been active in the chat.
Let's see who's been active in the chat. That's a good one.
Young.
Justin Young and Bobo and hookah parties a little bit. And all the Bobo. Yeah.
Hi, he's in the chat.
I'm with it.
All right, Matt Dozen just won.
Matt Dozen, we in here. We're doing it big. You just won yourself the slime effect.
Yeah, congratulations.
But Adam Whitbrot.
Did we hit all our topics yet, Eddie?
Let me double check the checklist. You maybe did. It was the Cardi B. How could we forget about Miss Cardi B? Cardi Bizzle. Yo, Cardi B is super dope. I only know her hits. I don't know her whole discography, but I like her persona. She's so funny. She's so weird. I dig it. But she won Best Rap Album of the Year. Yeah, and there was all kinds of backlash about it. Yeah, that's about this. And I mean, I don't see it. I don't see where it's justified. Cardi B is one of the craziest artists to come out as of late who isn't a mumble rapper. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of the issue that, at least that I saw on my timelines, was people upset that she won over Mac Miller. Sure. Because Mac Miller's album, if you haven't listened to it. Oh, I've listened to it multiple times. It's amazing. Yeah. Like, as a complete piece of work, it's really, really good. And I do feel like he deserved to win over her. I mean, like, it was, sure. Better. But really, there's no losers. Like, if you're on that list, you're doing really good things. Yeah. So I guess I understand where the hate comes from. Definitely. Yeah. But it's not her fault that she won. Yeah, exactly. So you should let her enjoy the limelight, but I'm happy she did. And then did you see her performance? No, I didn't. I don't watch it. So I watched like the highlights. And man, her performance was it was crazy. She was in this like one piece with some nylons on and she put booty out, everything. It was crazy, man. And she was just shaking it all over TV. I was like, that's rap. Wait, what? 2-3 years ago, she was a stripper. Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, she was a stripper. I think, what is she on? She was on a TV show. What the fuck was she on? Was she on Love and Hip Hop? Was she? I don't know. I think she might have been. Yeah, she might have been. I think that was the show. I think she might have been. I have never seen an episode of that. I think, see, and that's what I like. I like the whole story. Yeah. Like, that's it for me, especially being Latino. That's dope for me. Like, someone coming up from hard times and just getting that bag. Wait, what does being Latino have to do with Cardi B? Because she's Cardi B, or because she's Cardi B, because she's Latina. Yeah. She's not. Yeah. I didn't realize that. Yeah. Yeah, man. And so she fucking did it up. It was super dope, though. I couldn't believe what I was watching. Justin Young said he hopes that we shine some light on Donald Glover. Are you a CG fan? Shine some light on Donald Glover. Childish Gambino. Yeah, I know. Yeah, because he didn't win and she won over him. Oh, man. Listen, that album feels like that was so long ago.
right?
I haven't listened to that album once since it came out.
I mean, I listened to the album. I'm a Childish Gambino fan, but
I am too.
Like his earlier stuff a lot better.
Exactly.
And
Yep.
like, the song that blew up is "This Is America" or "Welcome."
Mm-hmm.
This is America. Right?
This is America. Yeah.
It's a great song. I mean, it's a great song. The video is super, super, super dope.
It was great to think. It was a great think piece for sure. You could just get lost in.
Like it was really cool. But overall, the album I wasn't super impressed with. Like as a
yeah. I mean, it was lackluster for sure. I don't know what I expected, but well, I guess I shouldn't have expected anything, but I was still let down.
Yeah, but that song was sick.
Oh yeah.
But, yeah.
And I mean, I'm not saying he's a trash artist or anything.
No.
I'm
I'm a huge Childish Gambino fan.
Exactly.
But yeah, and then Matt said he liked his first album more, and Redbone. Yeah, I liked his first. I liked his mixtapes too.
Yeah, his mixtapes were fire.
Like, really.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, no one even knew who it was.
Yeah, that shit was nice.
Yeah,
but I think Adam's really into Childish Gambino also.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's our boy who supplied the nice little prints, and also the t-shirts that are not t-shirts, I should say, the long sleeves that we are also giving away.
And we got stickers.
Hell yeah! So
that image, I love that image.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That shit looks super dope. I wish we could pull it up because I like looking at it. It's just so clean.
I think I'm gonna try real quick.
That's a mistake.
Talk to the people while I try.
Yo, I'm talking to the people. Let's talk to the people. Let's see what's in the chat. Everybody in the chat. Nobody's moving.
It's a Friday.
Man.
Friday
Yeah.
is tough. Because people are doing shit, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, it's cool. We're kicking it with the people, living it up in here. But what's it called? We were talking about 21. We were also talking a little bit about Tekashi. That whole situation's getting crazier by the day. Recently with Tekashi, and it's not really something to laugh about. It's actually pretty shitty. But I guess he was locked up previously. His manager ended up having an affair with his baby mama.
Oh, for real?
And it came out to be that she was actually having multiple affairs with like the people in his crew.
That's out of control.
Yeah, no, that shit was wild. And so things just seem to be getting bad for us for that cat.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is like, you know, how is he some fucking tough guy gang leader and his boys are all running the train on his girl? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Exactly. Things ain't adding up. Dude, that shit is so nice. Look at that. That's wicked.
That's the long sleeve tee. That's in blue, obviously. The back of it just has a THL logo and it says THL Lifestyle. So that's the shirts. They're really I'm really happy with how they came out. Like I said, it took a little bit of extra work. He sent me over the image, and then I had to send it to someone else to get the background removed and all, get the lines cleaned up a little bit. But I'm really happy with it. It looks really good. You finished the hand, so that's nice.
Yeah, yeah, that shit's super cool. I remember when he first made it, he was like, "What should I draw?" And I was like, "Just draw my VZ."
Yeah.
He was like, "Okay."
Yeah, he's got the noise in there of the VZ, and it's not a VZ commercial, but
right.
I noticed from the image is that it's definitely a VZ, and he's even got the noise that the Purge makes because
it's a great piece. I really love it. That's one of the dopest things I think I've ever been around to happen.
It was cool, and I didn't realize this, but it's the first piece that he sold.
Yeah. Yep. Really cool. You were the first person.
Because I'm pretty sure this kid is going to end up being real famous. And I am absolutely 100% going to take credit for everything that happens in his art. Like, that's the whole reason I liked his page. And now we're doing this. Like, I get to say I was like, you just wait, Adam. As soon as you're a multimillionaire, I'm going to be like, yo, you need a driver, don't you? What's up?
Take you all around Philly.
Yeah, and we should definitely mention, we were going to get to it, Matt. I know we forget sometimes, but Matt just mentioned after this show, there's another live to go to, and that's going to be the Technical Difficulties. And the Technical Difficulties show is over on the AM Hookah channel.
Hey.
Go over there after we leave here. Make sure you say hi. Tell them how much you love THL. All 8 of you. And
back.
But go over and definitely watch it. Technical Difficulties is the show that they do on Fridays, and it's more about hookah. Matt, what's the topic today, dude?
Facts.
He'll tell us. But yeah, it's more about like actual hookah. It's like technical stuff about hookah. So like last week they did like mixing different blondes, like different brands of blondes, like how to do it, how he does it. I'm not sure what the topic is today, but they do that. On Mondays, they do the AM Hookah Podcast, which is where they kind of talk about what's going on in the hookah sphere. More focused on YouTube and stuff than the groups, but they also will talk about some group stuff. And Wednesday, they do their Gamecast. And then Friday is Technical Difficulties.
And on Technical Difficulties tonight, it looks like they're going to be doing the Relics Pack with Tang and Zomo.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. So now let's give away this T-shirt, man. We're almost out of time.
Absolutely. Let's get it.
So I kind of like going through and picking people that were active in the chat. I thought that was cool.
Okay.
Especially
absolutely.
Longer than we thought talking, so we don't have to waste all kind of time having people put in numbers. So I'm going to go with Hookah Parties getting the T-shirt.
Hey, Hookah Parties. Turn up. Who is that? Do you know?
Yeah, that's David.
David
Merzian.
David Merzian. Congrats. Congrats, bro.
Yeah, we got to hook him up because he does mortgages like me. So
oh, hell yeah.
He's probably miserable all the time.
Give him something to warm up in.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. Fuck yeah, man. That was good, man. Well, we got a couple more things I think we want to say, right? We want to talk about Into Valhalla.
Yep. Yeah.
That happens.
That's great. Let me plug all the AM stuff and not us.
Facts.
Good looking out. So Into Valhalla is every other Saturday. It's not this Saturday. It'll be next Saturday. And that's where they talk about like Norse gods and Vikings and shit. It's really cool. Have you watched any of that shit?
And I've caught, what was it? I think I caught like the end of one.
Like, I watched a little bit.
I think I caught the end of one.
They're really cool. So even if you're not around to catch it on the Saturday when they go, you should definitely go in and rewatch it. You can just go to our YouTube and check it out. It's a very well put together show.
I hear there's like mead involved.
Yeah, they drink.
I'm really interested in
mead. They smoke and they talk about the Norse gods, and it's really interesting. Like I don't know a lot about that stuff outside of like the Marvel universe.
Right. Sure.
Which I think is where most of us are. And it's really interesting. Like the first couple shows, like they've already gone over a lot of stuff that I didn't know, and like how much of our words and like our calendar and all kinds of shit comes from stuff that's from that time. Like we borrow a lot from that culture.
Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I mean, that's what we're built off of. So it's dope. I'll definitely have to check that out.
Yeah, definitely, dude. Check it out. Like, I mean, I've watched and just sat and put it on my TV and sat with the girlfriend and watched the show like it was any other show. And it's really, really good content. It's exciting. And Frank's really, really good with the software and everything. So it looks great.
Super nice.
And then we have State of the Smoke. That's on Thursdays at 11. And that's correct. It's me and Frank, and we mostly break balls with each other. We don't hardly ever have a plan at all. And we talk about what's going on in the community, like specifically like THL and then the rest of the hookah groups. We just talk about things that are happening. So anytime that there's drama or issues or new companies or new products or interesting things to talk about, contests, all that kind of shit. You can get all that information over on that stream and hang out and smoke with us there as well.
Absolutely.
So that's how we do it. Congratulations to David. I will shoot you a message. And
congratulations to all of our winners, Justin and Matt, with the prints. So get in contact with me. I'll get your addresses. We'll get them shipped out, and we'll get you some prints. Yeah.
And I'll reach out to David and get his address and send him that shirt.
Hell yeah. Absolutely.
That's about it for our stream. Like we said, go over to the AM Hookah channel now and let them know that we sent you. And that's about it. So keep it locked to THL. Don't be a loser. If you haven't bought your tickets yet for the gala, it is time to.
Absolutely. I just recently bought mine, so I will be there. We're going to be... Oh, yeah, we're done. It's over. It's a done deal. All I got to do is show up.
That's right.
To get on the plane. I think I'm leaving from here at like 11, getting there at like 6 p.m. Something like that.
And there's a lot of cool stuff that's going to be going down. So Friday we're getting together on the 17th because the gala is the 18th, right?
Yes, sir.
I always fuck with Frank and act like I don't know the dates, and now I don't really remember the dates because I'm always on purpose. Now
now you're making me second guess. Hold on.
Fake date.
Hold on.
But yeah, so Friday we're all going to be meeting up, having some Korean barbecue, and singing karaoke, and that's going to be real fun. And then the actual event is going to be Saturday, and it's a really cool opportunity to hang out with a lot of industry people that aren't acting like industry people. It's going to be an opportunity to hang out. A whole lot of the mod team and admin staff is going to be there at THL. I mean, we're obviously going to be there. I'm going to be there. Frank's going to be there. Eddie's going to be there. Cam's going to be there. Derek's going to be there. Is John going?
I'm not sure if he was confirmed yet.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Other people might be coming, maybe not. But all those people are going to be there. Hookah John is going to be there. Really cool. The guy from Versatile Hookahs, Andre, he's going to be there. And then there's a whole bunch of other like vendors and brands that are going to be there. And I know Trifecta, Moose from Trifecta, he's going to be there. And there's other people that I'm probably forgetting because I clearly don't have a list that I'm looking at.
Right.
It's a really cool opportunity to hang out with these people in a setting where they're not trying to sell you on their products. So it's not like not that Vegas isn't cool. We're going to be there too, and I'm excited about the going and seeing all the products and trying different tobaccos and shit like that. But this is going to be we're all going to be hanging out. We're all going to be drinking. We're all going to be smoking, and you can talk to John, and he's on TV.
Facts. That's a pretty good episode.
2 of them, I think. Right? Were there 2 episodes he was on?
I thought I only saw 1, but I don't watch a lot of TV.
Yeah, I love it, man. It comes on reruns all the time, and I always watch it. He yells at that girl until she cries. I hope that happens in New York.
Absolutely, we gotta
John.
We gotta set up a station and have people just grill him for how they pack.
Just have him yell at people for setting hookahs up wrong.
Absolutely. Well, shit, man. I think now that we're good with the gala,
that's definitely it. Gotta be it.
We're timed out. We're timed to go. It's 1 hour, and we made it with minimal audio issues, except at the beginning.
That's it. So far, so good. So the next show, expect more stuff. We're hoping to be able to have videos to roll. We're hoping to have memes to show you when we're talking about the stuff instead of explaining them, because there's nothing more interesting. That's my favorite part about memes is having them explained to me verbally.
Right.
But you guys who want to see them, we'll try and have that stuff ready. We're still working out the kinks here, but that's it. So we're officially signing off now. Eddie, what do we say?
Yo, don't be a loser.
It's important. Support you guys. Keep it THL. Win some stuff.
Win it.
Later, guys.